Hey everyone, first I'd like to start off with a disclaimer. I didn't have a console in the first place, so I wasn't going to be able to play the Elden Ring Network Test in the first place. But don't worry, friends have offered to let me use their footage or even offered to acquire footage for me in the network test for my videos on it. So you can still expect content on it, but today I wanted to share a discovery about the process of getting into the network test. There is speculation based off a bunch of anecdotes, where European players have had better luck at getting a code than their North American or South American counterparts. However, of course, this was only a bunch of anecdotes, so I wanted to find out if there was a real discrepancy. I asked my subscribers and announced on some Discords that I'll be collecting data from a Google form. The form asks 4 questions. The first asks if you got chosen for the network test, got rejected, or didn't even receive a response or answer. The second asks for your region, split into North America, South America, Europe, the Middle East, Africa, Oceania, everywhere in Asia but Japan, and Japan. The reason I split Asia and Japan up was due to the fact that Dark Souls games have had a cross-region matchmaking option, but this only affected whether or not you connected to players in Japan if you were playing from outside Japan, and vice versa. The third question simply asked which website you used to sign up for the network test. This was to see if that played a factor in your chances. The fourth question was which platform did you choose, as this was a question that was asked while signing up for the network test. This could be a factor if, let's say, they had limited the number of codes per platform. As the responses came in, I did some data analysis at 100 responses, 214 responses, and finally 505 responses. I might continue if the numbers go up significantly. The data got more clear as the responses went up. From the 505 response dataset, here is a rundown of the results. 96 responders were chosen, amounting to about 19% of the responders. 301 responders never got a response back, indicating if they were chosen or not, amounting to about 59.6% of the responses. 107 responders were notified they were not chosen, which we'll refer to as being rejected. This amounts to about 21.2% of the responses. So, in other words, less than 1 in 5 people who attempted to get into the network test were actually able to get in. If we take a look at the results for people of selecting different consoles or signing up on different websites, the data doesn't stray far from these percentage points unless the data set for that particular category is particularly small. When it comes to the regions, on the other hand, the discrepancy is very noticeable. European responders got chosen at 5.2 times the rate that North Americans did, and about 12.9 times the rate that South Americans did. South Americans in particular only got accepted about 3% of the time. Keep in mind that their dataset is only 34 players large, so it may be a bit inaccurate. But I believe the differences in the European and North American datasets really confirms a severe discrepancy, especially when there's barely any discrepancy when looking at the platforms and websites used. I'm pretty inexperienced when it comes to statistics, so let me know if I missed anything important. The form, the ongoing responses sheet, and the 505 responders sheet will be in the description. So what do we make from this? Well, even though this data is pretty clear, please don't go out immediately adding Bandai as if they've just committed an unspeakable act and need to be tried at The Hague. If you can respectively contact anyone at Bandai or know anybody in the know about how they did this network thing, that would be wonderful, and I'd love to hear if they know what was responsible for this discrepancy. In all likelihood, it was a disappointing but honest mistake. Alternatively, if you already have an explanation, please comment below. It would be great to know if there's already a good answer for this. I don't care that much as it's just a network test and I wasn't going to get to play it anyway, but it would be nice for everyone to get an answer. If you haven't already answered this form and want to add to the data, feel free to do so in the description, and if it grows enough, I'll take another look. But other than that, that's all I have to say. Thanks for watching, everyone.